The Pro Stocks ready to have at it. Kenny Spencer, win and you're in. The top 8 are locked in. Tim Bolduck looks the field over off of turn number 4. There's a green flag. Spencer gets the jump down into turn number 1.
Kenny Spencer needs to win to be in here. Looking good for now as he stretches his legs of that number 0 K Spencer electric machine down through turn 4. He's going to lead the first one.
Colby Fournier settles right up on the back bumper as the teammates run 1 and 2. Bobby Pellin looking for third as they roll down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4 they go. And the battle right now is for fourth. Here comes Darling looking down to the inside of Pellin. Pellin shuts the door.
Mike Brightman sidewinding down the front stretch that time by as he slides right in behind Tommy Adams and in front of Tyler Tomasi. That's for about 10th on back. Back up in front of them. Tom Scully looks to hold off Daryl Stample. That's the battle for 5th off of 2.
Down the backstretch, Adams down to the inside of Stample as Daryl backsliding on the top side. Rick Martin settles in right behind the 27 of Mike Brightman. Up front, Spencer sets the pace, trying to make the chase with a win here tonight. Fournier sits second. Darling dives down to the inside of Pellin for third.
Huge move by Darling. Had himself clear by the middle of turn 4. Pellin backsliding as a result. Under fire by Brightman and Adams now. Brightman thinking about taking it 3 wide, but backed out at the last second.
Battle up front. Contact is made. Spencer gets sideways. Field gets bundled up behind. Darling last week found himself bouncing off the outside wall, breaking a brake rotor and cutting down a tire. Now he sets the pace off of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Darling jumps out front, leads the charge down into 1 and 2.
Tom Scully hard charging on the outside, looking to make the same pace. Darling setting up front. Bobby Pellin on the low lane, slings it into the inside of Scully. Dead even across the line and into 1.
Off the second corner they come, and the race now is for second. Pellin and Scully racing side by side with Tommy Adams fourth. They come off of turn number 4, still wheel to wheel, with a dead heat at the stripe for second that time by
Dave Darling setting sail on the field. Immediately behind him, the battle for second just getting underway. Tom Scully battling hard on the outside. Bobby Pellin looking to hold him off on the inside. Tommy Adams playing the patience game, waiting to see which side's going to get moving as he waits patiently in fourth.
Patiently is definitely exactly what he's doing. You can feel his car is just a tick quicker than both the 12 and the 2. Dives down to the inside of Pellin. Not enough room, settles it in back behind. Sneaks a peek up top. Tries a crossover move off of 4.
Nose to tail, second through fourth as Scully able to clear himself all around of the 12 of Bobby Pellin. Just behind him as the yellow comes out. Under yellow here with 10 laps complete.
Yeah, some debris out on the racetrack. For the Troy City Tactical Spectator Drags with Enduros, Powder Puff, Figure 8s, and some of the best fireworks you'll find this side of the Pacific. Bristol Toyota Pace Truck pulls down to the center of the infield. We're ready to go when they come back around. Darling and Scully one more time. We'll bring them up as they get ready to rock and roll off of turn number 4. Green flag unfurls. Darling says see you later as they head down into 1.
Darling stretching his legs with that number 52 machine. Bobby Pellin just behind him, looking to tuck his front bumper cover to the inside of Scully. Scully, though, with speed down into 1, able to clear himself with Bobby Pellin. Tommy Adams now looking to close up the gap and make it a battle for third.
A good run for Daryl Stample holding on to the 5th spot. And how about Tyler Tomasi sitting 6th? Fournier has worked himself through the pack. He's up to 7th now, down the back straightaway. Takes a look to the inside of Tyler Tomasi and gets the run down low.
Yeah, great turn in and out for Colby Fournier. Sails on by Tyler Tomasi for 6th. Mike Brightman looking to fill the hole that Colby Fournier punched through. They're now battling for 7th with Tomasi to his outside as they come off of 4.
Across the stripe they come, and Ryan Van Ness in that black number 11 working the bottom lane, now breaking into the field as they hit turns 3 and 4. He is now up to 8th off the corner as Ryan Sulia follows him through as well.
Pro Stocks look to settle back into a flow here as Dave Darling, multiple car length lead over Bobby Pellin. Just behind them, over Tom Scully, excuse me. Just behind them, Tommy Adams takes over third position over Bobby Pellin. Daryl Stampfel just behind them for fifth.
Into 3 and 4 they go. The field stringing himself out around the third mile. Rick Martin struggling up on the outside as he backslides towards the back end of the field. Up front, battle for sixth, heating up down the backstretch. The 16 of Fournier has Mike Brightman in the 27 hole over the back bumper as they cross the stripe.
Single file through the field. Jennison working that bumper of Ryan Soulier. Down into turn 3 they go. Up off of 4, still nose to tail throughout the field, starting to spread out.
20 down, 20 to go this time at the stripe, and Dave Darling in complete control, running a lap of 13 seconds faster than almost everybody else. The only car quicker, Tommy Adams, about a tenth of a second that time across the stripe.
6th, 7th, and 8th place. Make that 9th and 10th as well as Mark Jennison and Ryan Sawyer. Now Jennison finding a way through on the inside. That's for 9th. Jennison with the advantage. Throttles down into 3. Clears his Team Cycle late model of the 8 as Jennison now rides in 9th.
Daryl Stampfel still holding on to 5th. Here comes Brightman to the inside of Fournier. Dives down to the inside. Fournier trying to squeeze him down. But as they come off of turn number 4, Brightman's got the bottom lane. They hit 1 and 2 side by side for the 6th position.
Brightman still at the bumper of the 16. Door almost shut. Brightman flings it right back open. They get alongside, dead even down into 1. Brightman working over that driver's side door of Fournier and lets himself through.
Fournier trying to follow through, contact with Brightman. Brightman sideways. Championship chase time. You need to finish in the top 6 out of those 8 drivers, not necessarily the top 6 in the finishing order, to get into the next round. Tommy Adams trying to get to the top, rookie contender, sitting behind the 8-time champion, and Darling shows him why on the restart.
Dave Darling off to the races through 1 and 2. Tom Scully finding speed down the back straight. Tommy Adams, though, to the inside, looking to see second place. Has the nose advantage off of 4 and drag races down into 1.
Scully trying to turn back the time down to the inside, but doesn't have the run. Meanwhile, Daryl Stampfel underneath the 12 of Pellin. That's the battle for 4th. They roll through 3 and 4. Stampfel taking the spot away, and Jennison looking for a top 5 down into 1 and 2.
Yeah, Jennison consistently working himself through the field here. Now working on 5th place. Has that number 22 machine hooked up on the low lane. Clear all around now from Bobby Pellin as Ryan Van Ass now looking to follow through. That battle now for 6th with Brightman on the outside.
Brightman up top trying to hang on. The 12 of Pellin up top. Down below is Ryan Van Ass, and good to see him having a good run coming up through the pack. And Ryan Soulier down low as well. Down the backstretch, Dave Darling in control. Leads the parade down through 3 and 4. Tommy Adams, the best of the rest right now, with Scully sitting 3rd. Daryl Stampfel having a great run sitting 4th. Man, all of a sudden he's come alive.
Bobby Pellin backsliding to 8th, finally stopping the bleeding, just fitting his pro stock right in behind Ryan Soulier and in front of Tyler Tomasi. Battle up front though as Tom Scully Jr. with the look to the inside of Tommy Adams as they go through 3 and 4.
Pushing them through the corner as they come off of turn number 4, and Adams able to shut the door one more time. Off the backstretch they come. Adams and Scully nose to tail. Jennison all over the back bumper of Stampfel.
Battles now for 2nd and 4th. Scully having to settle in behind. But for 4th now, that's Jennison taking a hard look at that rear bumper of the 1 of Daryl Stampfel. Nose to tail down into 3 as that 22 draws ever closer. Off of 4 and across the front stretch. Barely a half a car length now separating the 2. Look at Tom Scully go for an inside move. Down into 3 they go side by side. Tommy Adams needs to find grip down the front stretch. Tom Scully pulls right alongside. Nose advantage down into 1 and 2. And he makes himself clear up to 56 for 2nd.
Stampfel try to get a run down low of Adams and try to follow through, but just couldn't get into the door before it shut. Jennison now takes a look to the inside of Daryl. Down into 1. Settles it in right behind. Had a jam on the brakes momentarily. 4 laps to go. Dave Darling looking for career championship number 9. Leads the charge by over a half a straightaway. Tom Scully Jr. in second. Third is Tommy Adams.
Field spreading out for now. Mike Jennison still looking to take a stab at Daryl Stample here for fourth. Leaders coming around 3 and 4 now, coming down to the clenched flags. 2 laps to go this time by, and Dave Darling, several car length advantage and complete control of the lead here.
Off of turn number 4 with the white flag high in the air. Dave Darling looking for his 4th win of the season, leads it down into turn number 1. Smooth sailing into 3 and 4, clean racetrack through the corners, and the checkered flag waves for Dave Darling. Second place to Tom Scully Jr., Tommy Adams for third, Darrell Stample fourth, and rounding out the top 5, the 22 of Mark Jennison. David, a great run. You got out front in this thing. Old Reliable showed its true form again tonight.
Yeah, you know, driver error last week. Sidelined the other car, all my fault. Just messed up. Thought the track was a little wider than what it was, and you know, human error. Nobody's perfect, so we decided to bring this car out. We know what we got. We knew it would be pretty good. Jeff went through it, make sure it was everything was top notch, and it was really good. I mean, you know, great car. Hats off to the crew, and can't thank them enough. Jeff Bellier, Ronnie Pond, Gary Johnson, Tom Banker, Kevin Rodriguez, Kevin Callanan. Got to thank my family for coming. Diane for all her support. She's behind. Sponsors, Bristol Toyota Scion, Johnson Landscaping, Columbus Energies Inc., Seekonk Grand Prix, and Water Whiz. You know, thanks for all the fans for coming out, and let the games begin. I don't know if the next 3 weeks will be this smooth.
Congratulations, Dave Darling, setting notice that he is going to be the man to beat. Tonight, Tom Scully Jr. And Tom, nothing for the 52, but you and Tom looked like you had some fun battling for that second spot.
Yeah, we definitely did. They just was patient with us, and we were a little tight at the beginning, but it paid off by saving the tires there to get second back.
A lot of people working, getting you right here, and looks like you're ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, hopefully we can just keep the consistency up. We're good there. I mean, I'd like to thank my crew. Those guys put a couple days in this car this week to really go through it. We found some stuff wrong. I'd like to thank Woodruff Brothers, Simpson Auto Care, Helgis, South Coast Power Equipment, Nats Racing Engines, Distance Racing Products, Raps Auto Parts, my fiance for one more week, and that's it.
I think she heard you. She's excited. Congratulations, Tom. Second place finish. Taking it back to the podium tonight, Tommy Adams. And Tom, car looked real good. You looked strong early on, and then it seemed to settle in over the long run.
Yeah, the car was good. I think the tires just went away. The tires got 150 laps on them, so I didn't even think it was this good.
Not too bad tonight. A third place finish coming off a win. You're definitely ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, the car's ready. I'm happy it came back to life at the end. I just want to thank all the sponsors, MTV Solutions, Janco, Stevie D's, Nick, Stina, Steve Blaze, my dad, Kat and John, Laura's Bar and Grill, and yeah.
All right, Tommy Adams finishing third here tonight.